ジタバタせずにコーヒーでも入れよう。
Yo, what's up, everybody? Let me get this off the screen. Hey, there we are.
Hey,
How's
guys.
everybody doing?
Good morning. Or
Good
afternoon.
morning.
Afternoon, really, right?
Afternoon.
Just
Shit,
about.
yeah. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good. Don't be too excited. Drink some coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Look, there's a whole bunch of people on here already. Holy crap. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Hey, Alex Sawyer. Hello. Penzilla fan. Hello. Godzilla cartoon sci-fi hardware 2K. Hello. David Dobko. Hello.
Woo!
How's your new house, David?
Hey, David.
Did you get your Godzilla room set up already?
Yeah, hurry up with that Godzilla room. Fucking slack.
Yeah, come on. So anyway, this was an idea I had, and I threw it to Rich and Mike, and I said, like, in the wintertime especially, we don't really have a ton of stuff going on in the mornings, on Sunday mornings or whatever. So I was like, why don't we just like have a cup of coffee, do a live stream if people want to hang out for like an hour every other Sunday or whatever. We just shoot the shit, talk Godzilla, talk collecting, talk whatever. Just a good way to like keep in touch. Honestly, like people in the chat rooms, Christine, oh my God, it's working. You did it. I know. I have boomer brain. Kyle Yount, actually, from Collect All Monsters, gave me lots of pointers to how to do this. So thank you, Kyle.
Cool.
But anyway, like I was saying, so it's just more like just to hang out, do whatever, maybe for like an hour or whatever, every other Sunday. I mean, I'm sure like once -1 comes out, we'll probably talk all day about that one, but just whatever. And people in the comments, like, if you want to jump in, I'll shoot you a link. You can jump in and say hi for a couple minutes, and then I'll kick you out. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Everybody good with that? Everybody okay with that?
That was good to me.
All right, cool. So what's new with you, Rich?
Not much. Well, a lot, kind of. I just got about 2.5 weeks ago. I just donated a kidney to my mom, so been doing that. Well,
Yeah.
did that healing. I'm not gonna, the hair regrowing is kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's probably one of the things that's annoying me the most because I looked like I had a crop top. This was all shaved down here, and then this was all hairy up here. So it wasn't attractive looking. But
you should have shaved it in the shape of a bikini.
Right? Looked like a crop top. If you want to see that, I'll show it.
Should have.
But other than that, just been chilling, kind of laying low. Not so much for the collecting side of things. I've been buying shit out the ass. So that's fun. But yeah, so we'll talk about that as we go.
Yeah, I've been I kind of went a little crazy for Godzilla Day. Not as crazy as some people, but I did go a little crazy for Godzilla Day. I know some people went more, man. Bandai's going hard all of a sudden.
Bandai, man. They're just going
insane. I was done. Yeah, I thought I was done with Bandai.
I thought I could buy 2 or 3 a year and that would be good. Now it's just like, no.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm psyched. I got tickets. Everybody's got their tickets, right? For -1.
I haven't.
Yeah. No?
Not yet. I don't know if I'm going to go see it in Pennsylvania or if I'm going to wait and see it here in Massachusetts. So we'll see.
Oh, I got you.
Right.
That's cool.
I'm going the 29th. How about you, Brian?
Yeah, I'm going the 29th with Dutch, and then I am going the 1st with my wife. And then I guess we'll see after that if it's worth a third.
Right.
It's worth the third time. So far I've avoided like all spoilers and all that stuff, so I'm pretty happy about that. I am pretty psyched about that. So, I mean, yeah, you want to talk about some Godzilla Day shit? I mean, this isn't Godzilla Day, but I did get this thanks to Christine because she posted it on her page. It's the 1-Up King Ghidorah. It's pretty nice. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was going to be bigger than it is. It's pretty tiny.
It's nice, though.
But it's cool. Yeah, the paint's awesome. It's got like the I don't know if you can tell, but like it's not perfectly the hips are not perfectly like inserted into the body. I tried heating it up and messing with it. I think I'm probably gonna have to mess with it some more.
Does it glow, or is it just that's the color?
No, it's just the color of it, but it's really nice.
Oh, you both have
just
one.
tiny. Yeah, Rich got one too. Are your hips good on yours?
No, my hips definitely don't lie. They're out too.
Yeah. So I wonder if it's a problem with the actual with the mold. Then I guess that makes me feel a little better.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about it is that the seam in the face is weird. Like the way that there's a seam like it right in the middle of each head.
Why do they do that?
I
I
don't know.
noticed that too.
Heads
That's
aren't-
weird.
Yeah, the heads aren't one piece.
Oh yeah, I see what
like
you're saying.
attached at the neck. You know, like most King Ghidorahs are attached at the neck. This
Probably
one's
just
like
for a better
in,
sculpt.
in the middle of the face. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but I'm digging it. I mean, it's cool. I like you. It's good. You go. Somebody else go.
Well, what are we talking about? What's our topic list here? What are we doing? We going
Talk
over
about
new
some
shit
shit.
first or what?
Let's talk about some shit we bought.
Because I'm gonna be a minute.
Yeah,
have a
man. I mean, you don't have to do everything, but you know, you can say some stuff for if you're gonna do like a specific review or whatever.
I'm gonna do.
I think I'm probably gonna.
Yeah,
that's what I'm kind of feeling too.
If you're gonna tell me to take the mic, I'll start yip yapping about this shit right here.
Yeah, go nuts.
All right, so here we go. So I bought some shit. Are we allowed to curse on this show?
Yeah, I checked off it's not for kids when it was getting set up.
Very good. So this year, I'll start off by saying like this year so far, clearly, I mean, we only got like a month and a half left, but I bought more Godzilla stuff this year than I have in like the past 4 or 5 years or so. So that's been pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. Having gone back to G-Fest this year after the pandemic and all that, seeing some stuff in person that I've only been able to see on the Facebook groups and online. Especially the Bandai stuff was pretty cool. So I was like, I seen the movie monster series Varan. So I was like, oh wow, looks better in person. Paint job miss. I'm probably gonna hunt that down. But anyways, going to G-Fest, that kind of definitely reignited my collecting flame, so to speak. And I did a little bit of shopping. So on this table over here is some stuff I bought in the summertime, not including the standard 8-inch Bandai figures. Those are up there because I got to do a review on some of the stuff over here. But I picked up the Passion Tank Godzilla 64 retro style color and the Mondo Space Godzilla Cherry Blossom. So I already knocked the reviews out on those. Those were my first 2 purchases after G-Fest. And then over here, I picked up, not including the stuff in the background. That's just on display there because I don't have room on this other shit behind me. So I picked up T-Base Hedorah from Summer Wonder Festival. Boink, 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 boink. Then the 1-Up Ghidorah, picked that up in the last 3 weeks or so. Had that delivered to my parents' house while I was recovering from the surgery because I needed something, to get delivered. Too many box days, and I'm like, I needed one. So I was like worried, like I wasn't gonna I hope it makes it there before I come back home. So it did. Clearly, we got the X Plus Favorite Sculptors line Destroyer. That thing, much bigger than I thought. It's actually like 40 centimeter in size. It doesn't scale with anything currently in the X Plus lineup, other than that new Favorite Sculptors line Destroyer that came out over the summer, and now the new Burning Godzilla. It's also part of the Favorite Sculptors line. But that thing is massive. It's made out of resin. It is super detailed. And it's like, I want to be like, you got to be careful with it because it sits very, very fragile on all points, even with the base under it. It's insane. Then I got the Favorite Sculptors line vinyl movie monster series, the Godzilla 74 from X Plus as well. So that thing looks pretty dope. Then I picked up from another previous box day, I got the Max Toy King Caesar, his little freak over here. Hold on, let me pull him. Oh, it'll fall over. So, and I dropped him.
And
That's why it's great to do stuff, when you're doing it. But got this guy.
I love that thing, dude. They're so cool.
Awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Like having looked at all the other Max Toy pieces, I feel like he's like definitely a standout for sure. So then
that thing's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And then brings in the Bandai stuff. So I haven't bought Bandai figures really at all since What? When Shin Godzilla came out, picked up the theater and the standard movie monsters. But prior to that, it was going back to 2005 or 6 or so when, the movie monster series was still cranking out some stuff. But then they went into kind of like dormant, at least for me, went dormant. And no, my Ghidorah wing is not sagging. It's always been like that. I've checked it. But I'll double check it. But since the last few years, 5-6 years or so, Bandai's been cranking out, as we know, more movie monster series figures, and we've been getting kaiju in the vinyl form from Bandai that we haven't even seen before. So
yeah,
and that was a big freaking plus. The Showa figures, we got a new Megalon, new Jet Jaguar, even though it's more or less very, very similar to the one that came out in 2006 or so. And not to be long-winded, but I ended up selling a lot of my 6-inch stuff some years ago. And I was like, if I got them in the 8-inch scale, why do I need them in the 6-inch scale? So getting back into Bandai, I was like, all right, well, at least they're new sculpts. Like for the Jet Jaguar, I had, this one's got it's got one hand up and one fist closed. The Gigan, I really always liked the 6-inch Gigan compared to the 8-inch one because that one
8-inch one is shit.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have the center
I love it, but
because they were worried about the kids taking his eye out or something or beating his little sister. So, but they fixed it with the 6-inch one. So I'm happy to pick that one up again. As I've had it before in the Toho Kaiju series, Godzilla Island, and then even again the later movie monster series. So I picked that one up. Picked up the Godzilla 73. So when I saw that, Mike, you were actually the one that when you posted yours, I was like, "Yep, sold." Mike's photos sold me. Had to have it. And then because
so awesome,
Godzilla versus Megalon was my first Godzilla movie. It made it easy to hunt down Megalon, the Jet Jaguar, and Gigan. So I got those, which then opened a floodgate for more Bandai figures as I picked up the most recently the gold Godzilla store Hedorah, which is tucked in over there. And then I picked up the Super Mechagodzilla. Just got that this past week. Again, I have the 8-inch Mechagodzilla. Having the 6-inch one from years ago was basically an exact reproduction of the 8-inch figure. So getting the 6-inch one with Super Mechagodzilla and Garuda on the back makes him stand out from the 8-inch one. And he's got his chrome, clean, clear, pretty paint job. So, and then I got a 1994 Moguera up here. Moguera, however you pronounce it.
Whatever, right?
An original with the tag and attached antennas. So I had one, from years ago with antennas attached and tag attached and in great condition. Unfortunately, it got damaged during a move, and I've been pissed off ever since that I damaged it because I was a dingbat. So it's been kind of on a back burner. I needed to hunt one down, and I wanted one in, good condition. So I found one in the past couple of weeks and happily replaced the one that I damaged. So now the job is to make sure I don't ruin this one and knock it over like a dumbass.
If the house settles funny, it'll snap off.
Yeah.
I'm surprised mine has lasted 30 years and hasn't fallen off yet.
Yeah.
Keep my fingers and toes crossed every day.
Yep. It's scary, delicate. So that's what I've picked up. And now the stuff that I have either on the way, ordered or pre-ordered, which it's a list. I had to make a list. I've got like 25 new figures combined between what's here and what I don't have yet.
I forgot. People are getting stuff, and I'm like, did I pre-order that? I don't remember.
That Godzilla store is making things way too easy.
I know.
Yeah,
and
that Godzilla store is making things very, very easy.
Yep.
Well, this was Showcase, not Godzilla store, but still.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think I got that. I should see if he has that in stock, because I might as well just get it.
I just got this one over the weekend. Last week, I mean.
Yep.
Yeah. The problem is that my Bandai display sucks, so I need to desperately do something with it.
They're adding so much to it now. You might as well.
Look, that's all it is. Is just that shelf, and it's all just lined up, and it's lame. So I need to I don't know. I need to do something.
Well, the amount of shit Bandai's putting out, you have an opportunity to really fix it up.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to, because I don't want them just in a big a big line of. It just looks like a mess. So, it's awesome though. I mean, but I got. The Mondo stuff now is starting to come out. I got this guy on Godzilla Day, and dude, he came super fast. Dude, the Godzilla store is incredible. What was Godzilla Day? Last Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got this guy. I got this guy on Wednesday.
Isn't it
Like,
nice when
it's
you have a
nuts.
place like this to order things from?
It's so crazy, and shipping was free on this
too.
guy too. Yeah, so this guy's real cool. Here, I guess I'll. If your screens are going crazy, it's because I'm trying to figure out what all these different layouts are. I figured out this one so far. But yeah, man, he's nice. And Rich, you said you have the which one? The bloom variant?
The cherry blossom
Cherry
variant,
blossom variant.
glow in the
yeah.
dark.
He's real cool. I'm not a big Space Godzilla guy, but he's pretty rad. Here, go grab yours. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't like Space Godzilla much, but that's a cool toy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Space
it's
Godzilla
awesome.
is underrepresented in my collection, so I felt, I was like, all right, this is a cool one to get, let alone it's a Sofubi piece, which I don't have any of Space Godzilla. I think this is actually the third or fourth Space Godzilla figure I have, so not many in my collection.
Yeah, I think I don't have a. Do I have a Bandai? Oh, I might have a Bandai, the little 6-inch one.
All my Space
and
Godzillas
then
are Bandai, but that's all the same basic mold.
Yeah, and I have the Marmot one.
I had that. I sold that.
That is
recently.
it. And this one. So yeah, I only have 3 of him in my collection, which is fine because he's pretty. I don't know, whatever. He's not the best. This figure's great though. Super happy with him. Rich, does yours glow? I feel like the glow on my Mondo Biollante sucks.
I don't have a Mondo Biollante.
Yeah, but you have the same. It's the same plastic as that Space Godzilla you just showed. So how does?
Well, they try to use
Yeah,
Jedi
does
mind
it-
trick. But
Not
it's
the
just
best.
Star Wars. But I feel like the glow on Space Godzilla, it's a what is it like? It's like a bluish green glow. To
Oh,
it.
really?
Yeah. So
Maybe I should mess with mine some more and
it's
see
not
if
the
it's worth.
green glow like we would see on a lot of our typical glow figures.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I agree with that comment. I am so excited for that 55.
Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna be so cool when that Anguillus comes in.
Yeah. That was so disappointing getting that when they announced. I mean, it was forever 8 million years ago when they announced that box set, and then it just had the 68 Anguirus in it. It's like, dude, what? Seriously? Like that's what you're gonna throw in that box set?
Then the Godzilla's back fins were glued on upside down.
Yep.
Are they upside down on the translucent blue one?
No.
They fixed it on that one, right?
Yes,
But they were
for
upside
sure.
down
No,
on the memorial.
Just
Yeah,
on
they're
that
upside
one.
down in the memorial box. Yeah. And I grabbed this guy from Mondo because I guess they had some leftovers, so they released this on Godzilla Day also. So I snagged one of them. I mean, I guess I could open him. I think he glows. Yeah, they showed him glowing.
What are you're ripping it? You're gonna ruin the bag and the header card.
Are you saving the
look, it's
staples?
good.
Gotta staples.
Good.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
Save the staples. Put them in a
I'm gonna eat
Ziploc.
the staples later for iron.
Mondo
But
staples.
yeah,
Very rare.
yeah, he's nice. I didn't like the pictures of this guy, but like in hand, I like him.
The fins are cool.
He's cool. Yeah, he's cool. I'm glad. I'm happy with him. I'll probably review him too at some point. I don't know. I don't know which. I'll do all 3 probably at some point, but I don't know what order. So, how about you, Mike? I know you've actually been picking up some stuff too, right? Pretty hyped.
It's mainly Bandai. I've come to a decision and a realization that that's really the most important thing to me.
Yeah.
Earlier in the year, just on a whim, I started doing like these personal history reviews of all my Bandai figures. I had them up on GCG and Collect All Monsters. I just would take every Bandai from the first, 10 years and just talk about how I got them, my personal attachment to them. I would review them. And it just reawakened something in me that I love these toys. And what I started doing is I started selling a lot of stuff that I'm not going to display anymore. I don't really need. So like marmots and stuff. I'm going to hang on to the ones that are important to me, but I'm like dumping.
Sorry.
That's okay. Because Bandai is what's important. And I go back 30 years with these things. Almost 40, and my parents bought me a lot of them, so I've been picking up more of those lately. Header 73.
That header is cool. Put that header up there. I'm gonna look at that guy. Let me see that. Yeah, he's cool. I gotta grab one. He's cool.
Tag. back.
Mike, I really enjoyed those write-ups that you did.
I want to
Like-
get them hosted on a blog or a website or something.
That's what I
at
was going to
some
say.
point.
You saved those somewhere, right? Because that would
Yes.
actually be something that you should keep in the ether.
Yeah, I had everything
You know
from
what
the
I
very
mean?
first figure all the way to the Rebirth of Mothra stuff. Up until
Yeah, but they were
Mothra-
all interesting write-ups, and they were
Yeah. I've
Yeah,
had
I thought
offers
they were really
from
well done.
people to host them on sites, so I might take somebody up on that when I get around to
Sweet,
it.
sweet.
The holidays are kind of crazy, and picked up Gamma and Gauss. I love this Gauss. Like, that's
Yeah.
a nice toy. And I went to Kaiju Brooklyn last month with my kid. Got Batra.
Yeah, how was that?
It was small, but it's a really great start for them. I think they're gonna do it again, right? So
Yeah, they're hoping to make it bigger.
Batra from
I'm gonna
last
try
year.
to go
Don't
next
love
year.
this. Don't love this, but
Oh man, hang on, let me get you bigger so people can see.
this, I mean, Bandai's still hit or miss. They're not all perfect. I mean, this is nice. That's not.
Yeah. How's
But
the
it's-
face look on it? I mean,
Not bad. These
yeah.
little, the arms are hard plastic. They're not gonna bend or sag. That's something.
Yeah.
It's just my kid was like, "Hey, Daddy, look, it's Batra. You should get Batra." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll get Batra." She's like, "Get both of them." I'm like, "Okay, I'll get both of them." But the big thing, honestly, this year for me is these things, the 4K
yeah.
releases from Toho. That's what I'm basing the entire next few weeks around. I got the first Godzilla. Got Mothra versus Godzilla, which looks like it was made yesterday. I know these are a commitment for people because you need a 4K TV, you need a 4K player, you need a better. I mean, I bought a new TV and a new player just for these discs, so that was an expense. And these look amazing. I know not everybody's into these because they don't have subtitles, but they have some really cool special features. Again, it looks like they were made yesterday. I feel like I can reach into the screen and touch the Godzilla suit. That's how amazing these damn things are. And Ghidorah, Monster Zero, and Destroy All Monsters come out in about a week and a half. So, and then Biollante and Hedorah come out in December. So this was like my big thing this year was getting these discs. But the Bandais I bought have been cool too. I can't really afford Mondo and X Plus and stuff. I wish I could, but I don't have the room even if I could. So Bandai makes me happy. So that's what I'm going to continue to go with. And Bandai's making that pretty easy right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so is the
Yeah, I
Godzilla
know.
store.
And the Godzilla store having them for like $25 to $35 is just so crazy. Like, it's so nice being able to get that stuff.
But it's nice the Godzilla store stuff, the exclusive stuff is easier to get. That's been nice.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
I mean, like the Bag and Wave is already sold out, but anybody who put their orders in, you know, they should be happy with those when they do come out.
Yeah. What are you asking? Hang on. What? Have it in hand yet? Let her have my finger hovering over the buy button. What figure are we talking about?
The new Super 30 centimeter Godzilla 2000. That's basically a scan of the Godzilla 2000 suit by Shinichi Wakasa.
Oh yeah.
That looks nice.
It's not out yet.
Yeah, it's not out yet. Just buy it. Who cares?
Which I forgot I had pre-ordered too. So I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
Well,
that's X Plus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, then Rich, you have no choice.
Oh, I've got choices. Believe me. I've been picky about what I get. You know, so lately I've just been a little impulsive, but
yes, nice shirt. Thanks, Neb.
Dude, that shirt is in like mint condition. Mine is so. I wish you would do another run of those shirts. Anyway, everybody, give some love to Nev because he designed our logo and everything right there.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. He did an awesome job. He is the best. Gruesome graphics. Thanks, Nev.
I'll show the shirt again. Utopian Hunger.
Yep, good stuff. My chats. Oh wait, what am I doing? I don't know what's happening. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Nev. You're the best. What do you need? A 4K TV? Oh yeah. What's this? I love collecting it. Yeah, dude. I mean, they're good. They're $20 figures. Like, I don't know what, you're not buying an X Plus figure. So
I think people are too hard on them
you have
sometimes.
to grade things. You have to grade things based on what they are, right? Like, you're not going to grade a mass-produced kids toy that is literally hanging up on pegs in toy stores in Japan.
Yep.
Same way you're going to grade high quality, like, adult collectible.
I mean, I will say, having bought them in the
Twice
90s, they are a lot
price.
more expensive now, but inflation just sucks. So,
yeah. But I mean, again, if you're paying $25 for a Bandai figure and a $250 for an X Plus, you can't.
Yeah,
you can't compare those. You can't compare those two things. I mean, you can.
I hate when people ask that question. It's like, which is better? The Bandai or the X Plus? Like, that's not even a fair question.
That isn't a question at all.
Yeah, you got two different lines going to achieve two different things. Bandai, even like with the Mothra 92 and the Batra adult that you have, Mike.
Right?
Yeah, they're not painting the underside, and believe it or not, that little bit of paint saving is going to help keep the cost down to mass produce them faster and get them out onto the toy shelves faster and into collectors' hands at a much affordable price. And that's why you don't see. You're not going to see an X Plus Mothra, just thrown on toy shelves easily to get all the time.
No. Although, I mean,
I agree.
I can understand certain complaints. I mean, considering when Godzilla versus Mothra first came out, the original Batra figure had those plastic wings and the plastic legs and was fully painted.
I hate that figure so much.
And was $30.
Yeah.
This was.
Is that the one that stand? Is that the one you're talking about?
Which one? Going to stand? Yeah. Why do you hate it?
Yeah, and the legs constantly fall out. Oh god, dude, it's just the fiddliest thing in the world. Like you like look at it wrong and the legs all fall off. Like that's actually on my short list of things I probably would like to sell.
Really?
Because it's I mean, I just have it floating here doing nothing. It's not really displayed well. Like that's a piece that I would have no problem like parting with. And honestly, I don't even think I'd want that much for it. Just like it would free up shelf space. That's more valuable than anything, honestly, at this point.
I guess for me, I'm just super nostalgic for those kind of figures because I got those when I was a kid. So
yeah,
it's harder for me to be hard on it.
Honestly, if I was going to sell anything right now, I would probably try to sell those Super 7 figures that I've been reviewing because, dude, they're just
not great.
Yeah. I'm still in on the Destroyer and the Meltdown Godzilla.
I get the Meltdown Godzilla. I get why you want to get the Meltdown one. It
looks cool in pictures. I hope it's cool, but like I would have canceled them both. But man, Super 7. I mean, dude, when you pre-order from them, you're like locked into the pre-order, and that's why I didn't pre-order it through like Big Bad Toy Store or anything. If I did, I would have canceled it, but I'm locked in on it. But I did get that Shogun Warriors Super 7 figure, and that thing's great. I love that thing. So that's really well done. But these that Godzilla and that Biollante are so like plasticky looking, and I don't know. I may end up taking a loss on those and just selling them to free up the space. I was thinking I could do like a diorama or something with them, but honestly, man, if for dioramas and stuff, I like those little Mezcos. I'm really looking forward to that. The Godzilla and the King Caesar set. Those are super fun.
I wish I knew what was going on with Mezco though, because there hasn't been a new release in over a year, and we don't know.
I know they've been sitting in my pre-order cart for forever.
The Hedera set came out last October, was it? I got that, and that was it. And they've revealed nothing since then. So this I hope this isn't the end, but I like these sets. These are cool.
Yeah. And Nev's saying they look awful for the price. That's the other thing. I mean, for the price, they are not good. I mean, for a $50 figure, then they're probably okay. But man, when you're dropping like $85, like they're just not that good.
That's nuts.
Yeah. So
now we got Bandai doing a Rose Biollante for not even $30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and honestly, it'll probably look better than the Super 7 one. I actually should I'll keep the Super 7 one till the Bandai one comes out, just so I can compare the two. Because I guarantee you the Bandai one will probably be as nice. It won't be as articulated, but it'll be.
But it won't be as like dark and plasticky looking.
Yeah.
All
like the fact that you have to pull their heads off. That you have to pull their heads off to have them have their mouths open.
That is completely ridiculous on a Mechagodzilla, Brian, on a Mechagodzilla, you have to pull the head off to open the mouth.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. Like, Jesus, dude, like, you can't, and I get it because all of that lineup, all of their figures have different heads. That makes sense with a figure like Lion-O from the Thundercats, because obviously you're not going to be able to open his mouth. But, you know what I mean? But on a Godzilla or Mechagodzilla figure, all you have to do is make the jaw hinge. I mean,
And an alternate Lion-O head's going to have different eyes, maybe.
That's the thing. They're going to change more than just the mouth if they're changing the head. I mean, the only difference is that the mouth is open. You know, like, it's just crazy to me. So, yeah, I'm not super in on those, but what are you going to do? I thought they were going to be better than they are. So, what is this? None of us are going to go C-1.
It's so going to bomb. It's so going to bomb.
I'm actually gonna watch the Matthew Broderick Godzilla that weekend.
The real Godzilla.
Yeah, over and over on a loop. No, I think we will all be seeing it at least once that weekend. And
at least.
Well, yeah, and then we'll be here the Sunday after the opening. It opens on a Friday. We'll all be here on Sunday to discuss it with you lovely people. I think that'll actually be super fun. And that's the thing. So we don't really have a set time on this. I think we were talking about like between 10:30 and 11 o'clock Eastern time, kind of trying to aim for that. That way,
that works.
You know, but I mean, we can play around with it because I know we have people on the West Coast that's like super early, and I do want to be able to like have David or Christine or whoever's out there, Kyle, be able to jump on and hang out with us too. So I mean, we can play with the times. Nothing's going to be like super set in stone. It's just more just chill, hang out, shoot the shit for, half hour, 45 minutes, whatever. And kind of go from there. I just really wanted to do a test today. So thanks everybody for like jumping on. I just wanted to make sure I could, because man, I have like boomer brain when it comes to this kind of stuff. It took me like 5 years just to start doing YouTube stuff. Cause I was like, I don't know if I can actually do this. And then when I did, I was like, oh, you know what? This isn't really that hard. So, but again, like, thanks to Kyle for the advice. I do appreciate it. What is this?
There's a gripping Godzilla movie since the original.
I mean,
super hyped.
Maybe. You never know.
I mean,
I think it looks really good. I mean, what do you guys think about it? You guys think I think it looks really good.
I mean,
to me, it is good.
To me, it looks better than Shin Godzilla. I never really was feeling Shin Godzilla. This one,
at least, a lot better than
I think I'm gonna like this one. I don't know if I'm gonna love it, but I think I'm gonna like it. So that's good enough for me. Japan.
I'm excited that. Sorry. I'm excited that it's a period piece. Especially that we're going backwards, which is like the first time, aside from the time travel in Godzilla vs. Ghidorah, that we're going backwards, in time.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's set in the 1940s after World War II, definitely creating a vibe in itself just with that alone. Clearly after, Japan lost the war, so now just introduce a giant monster, because why can't, how can things get worse from that, right? But yeah, I'm going into it like any movie I do, be it a Godzilla, horror, or whatever, open-minded and not with no expectations, and just going to take it for what it is. So excited though, definitely.
Yeah, I'm pretty psyched. I mean, as much as I know I enjoy the MonsterVerse stuff. I know some people hate it, but I enjoy it for what it is. But I mean, you cannot be a true, actual, well-made Japanese Godzilla movie.
No.
Even knowing that the budget's not going to be the same and that the effects are not going to be as high-tech and glossy, maybe, but I don't care. Like, there's just something, they get it better than I think a lot of the American directors and studios do. So yeah, I'm curious to see too, like, if this does well in Japan, which apparently it's doing very well. Are they going to just keep going down on this timeline, going through this timeline? Could this be like a soft reboot of the series? Is this just going to be a standalone thing like Shin Godzilla? I mean, I think Shin Godzilla, the way it was made and everything, almost had to be a standalone type of a thing, because I don't think that it mattered that was a Godzilla movie. I think you could have replaced Godzilla in that movie with any other monster, like any made up monster, and it would have basically been the same movie, because he wasn't trying to tell a Godzilla movie. or tell a Godzilla story. It was trying to just show a almost sarcastic look at like bureaucracy from a attack of a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially how
So-
Japan responded to the unfortunate earthquake and tsunami, which was heavily influenced on that film. So
Yeah, they were more trying to make a commentary on things and using a monster in place of a natural disaster, and they just wisely used Godzilla because
But it worked
Godzilla
for
was-
them.
Yeah, and I mean it did
Worked.
work, but I mean you could never see that like could you imagine that monster fighting another monster? You know what I mean? Like it never even moves. He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't.
slow motion. Oof.
Yeah,
Its
he
arms would
barely
snap
moves. He
off.
barely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he barely reacts. He has
T-Rex,
no
you know,
facial
like a-
expressions. Yeah, yeah. This Godzilla in -1, just from the trailers, looks like it moves very fluidly, and he uses his tail, and you know that scene where he crouches over and roars looks like he's like pissed off. It looks really cool. So, yeah, I'm pretty hyped. I'm very much looking forward to it. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I want to thank everybody for hanging out, and
Yeah.
we're gonna do this again. I think maybe next week. Oh, we'll see. Maybe next week. Maybe the following week. We're definitely gonna do one. For
Well, we're doing one
-1.
after -1 comes out, and
For
we
sure,
don't do it
yep.
next week. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess we can. Whatever, right?
Yeah, I mean, we'll play it by ear.
Yeah.
Chat with these guys. See what we want to do. I mean, it's a pretty low stress, easy, chill thing. I mean, the next, like I said, in the fall and winter, for me, like I don't really do much Sunday morning, so I will happily, jump on here and chat with all you fine people for like an hour every other Sunday.
Yeah.
Anybody got any questions or anything in the chat? Let me see if we got anything interesting. What do we got here? This is an older comment, but I'll pull it up here. Anniversaries or anything you would like released next year, or anything celebrating a birthday next year. I would love them to release the American cut of Godzilla 1985, but that will never happen.
Well,
But I would love that.
Version.
I would like a King Ghidorah, original King Ghidorah in the Movie Monsters series, because it desperately needs that.
I would like that as well. Yeah, with the actual proper sculpt, not using the Heisei sculpt. That would be awesome. Really awesome.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Just
man,
like that.
I feel like 54 is always celebrated. So it's cool that we are getting some pretty cool anniversaries. So
Well, Toho is probably going to push Mechagodzilla pretty big next year, since they've really been stuck in the 70s lately. So
And it's the
Yeah.
anniversary too.
yeah,
yeah,
they
exactly.
did Hedorah, Gigan, Megalon, Jet Jaguar, so they're probably going to do Mechagodzilla pretty
Yeah.
hardcore.
Yeah. Think we'll get any new Super Toho 30 centimeter X Plus. Rich, do you think that?
So here's the thing. I was thinking about this myself. The new Super 30 centimeter figure from X Plus. It's from the suit. So it depends on what X Plus decides to do, or whoever's putting the figures out, because there's not that many suits that are in existence other than the newer suits that were created, like Shinichi Wakasa worked on the new Jet Jaguar. There's the Godzilla Final Wars suit.
There's a new 54 and a Gigan too.
New 54, new guy. Yeah. So if they do scans of those suits, those could easily be rolled right into that new lineup from X Plus. But I think the reception that the new Godzilla 2000 is getting, it could be a good sign if they're going to do more. But time will tell. And X Plus is definitely jumping into, clearly with the favorite sculptors line, model kits, as they've been doing for literally for the last 8 years or so, when they started with the Yuji Sakai lineup in X Plus. So anything's possible. So just prepare your wallets. Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think Bandai will make figures of the monsters from space? I mean, I would buy them if they did.
Yeah.
So would I, but I'm not getting my hopes up for those guys though.
Yeah,
But
I mean, ultimately,
cool.
for something like that, it's cost versus, demand, and I don't know what the demand for those particular characters are, because I don't know what the cost of making a mold is. It's got to be, it's got to be fairly expensive to make a mold of a figure and then paint it and all that stuff. I mean, it'd be
making
cool.
people think that anything's possible at this point, but I think he's a completely separate special case. I don't think Baggin coming out as a toy automatically means we're getting Giant Condor or Dogora or Space Amoeba guys.
Oh, dude, I'd buy a Giant Condor. The Cult of Bagan, however, makes that a guaranteed success of a figure. It's a no-brainer to make a Bagan figure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's never been on film. He's never been on screen, so it's not like they can really screw it up. You know, if it looks like the pre-production pictures, then it's going to sell. That'll probably be one of the top-selling Bandais. It's so funny because people just love that monster, and there's really no real reason to love him. I mean, he's basically Destroyer. I mean,
people love him because they feel sorry for him because he keeps never showing up in movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, was it supposed to be Mothra versus Bagan or Bagan? However you pronounce it.
Bagan goes back to the late 70s, I think, as a name. Original.
I mean, he's been tossed around forever.
Original concept for '84, I think, had Bagan in it, and then he was in Mothra versus Bagan. Then he was in the Super Nintendo game.
Yep.
So. Yep. But you know what got me hopeful is they're already doing another Godzilla Store Bandai poll, and the entire list is all Showa.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank God.
Mostly 60s stuff.
Yeah. I think the people that isn't the people kind of in charge of that division of Bandai, aren't they Showa fans? That's what I mean. It certainly feels like it.
I think they're finally figuring out that Showa sells.
Yeah. I agree.
I mean, look at all these Hedera variants they're coming out with.
Yeah.
Doing another Minya? Come on, Minya.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Well, just because you want us to keep up with them now, we're not. This is the last episode ever.
Oh, good job. Sorry, Christine.
Good job, Christine.
Ruined it.
But even with the Heisei figures that they pumped out, so much over the last 15 years or so, it's nice to see that they've updated or redid the molds entirely with Super Mechagodzilla, the Heisei Ghidorah, Godzilla 91.
They have got to do a new. They've got to do a new Space Godzilla.
Yeah,
got to do a new Space Godzilla.
So
yeah, I don't have any love for Banging, but I got dude. I agree with you 100%. I don't care one way or the other, but I did get it because it's so crazy, man, that they made it, and it was not. How much did it cost? Like $25? How much was it?
Well, on the Godzilla store, it was like $28 before shipping.
So I got one too, and I believe me, I don't have any love for Bagan at all. But I mean, how are you not going to get that figure? It's so goofy. It's so crazy that they did it. So, did you really?
I have zero love for that kaiju character. It interests me not at all. I really don't give a flying fuck about Bagan.
I'm with Rich. I didn't pre-order him either.
Oh my God, no way. That's funny.
I did Rose Bio and the crawling Hedera. I skipped Bagan.
Yeah.
I can't get everything. It's just not my budget. As cheap as they are, not my budget.
Warner Godzilla movies. My number one Toho monster that I want to see in a Warner Brothers Godzilla movie, because I think it would be fucking awesome with CGI, is Hedera.
Me too.
Yeah. Second would honestly probably be Biollante. But Hedera is head and shoulders above any other monster, because I think done well with CG, you could make him super, super terrifying and awesome.
Let's see how let's see how the movie does next year first before we start predicting what's coming next. Because who the hell knows anymore? I
mean, I think they're just gonna keep using Godzilla, using Kong, and making up other, because I don't think they want to pay Toho for the rights. For all the different money, because if they wanted to put Hedera in it, they would have to buy the rights to Hedera, and I don't know if anything's changed, but I remember in the past, the Toho wanted basically the same amount of money for any of their monsters that they want for Godzilla, which is nuts. So that might not be the same anymore.
And having King Ghidorah, Mothra, and Rodan didn't seem to help King of the Monsters all that much. So
no, not at all. Are you, Rich? Are you gonna?
Kind of undecided. I mean, this is where I've been picky about certain things that I get. It's not a must-have. It does look amazing, but I already have the 30 centimeter 93 that came out 2 years ago. What is it? It's the glitter Godzilla, basically. It's right here.
Is
So I have a 93. So that it just doesn't speak to me. It's not saying buy me. So probably going to pass on it, but it looks great.
Yeah, with my X Plus stuff, and I've bought very little lately because space is at a premium. But I made a rule that I would only do Showa X Plus stuff, and the only one I broke for that was I got the Orga and the 2000, and the only reason I did that is because I saw that in the theater, so that movie does have kind of a little bit of a special spot in my heart. But yeah, I haven't done any of the Heisei, and those are the only two Millenniums.
Well, Rich might remember when it came to X Plus, I had a list of what I would buy.
Yeah, nice.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I had a list of what I would buy from X Plus, and it included Manda, Gabra, and Kamakuris. Those guys came out years ago. So that I haven't needed anything from X Plus, which is great because, that's out of my budget anyway. If they did a 73 Gigan, though, that would be kind of hard, but someone's
you know what?
73.
I lied. I just looked up on my shelf, and I have that Shin Godzilla X Plus 2, the 25 centimeter one. That's like stupidly long. It takes up like half my shelf. That's another one I actually maybe should part with.
Well, if you forgot about it entirely, it must not be that.
I know. And Shin Godzilla is popular. I have a feeling that would actually sell. Just the thought of having to like very carefully wrap that figure up in bubble wrap and find a box big enough to put it in and ship it out is almost like, maybe not. Maybe I'd rather, try to sell it at like G-Fest or something instead of like shipping it to somebody.
You chuck your X Plus boxes?
Yeah, I had to, man. It was getting stupid. Like I went through, I actually chucked all my X Plus boxes and all my Transformers boxes. I have a ton of Transformers stuff.
That's all Transformers back there?
All that back there is Transformers. And dude, the boxes just take up so much space. So yeah, like that's all Transformers.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I just had to do it. And honestly, like once I did it, it was very freeing. having none of that crap anymore, just taking up space in the unfinished side of my basement. And I was like, oh, I can put like totes of actual life things we use in real life in this basement now, and not just a bunch of empty fucking boxes. So yeah, that's why. So what else we got here? I don't know.
Everyone doing G-Fest next year?
So that's the plan.
Yeah, that is the plan.
That's the plan.
I want to get back. I miss it.
Unless anything changes. I mean, yeah, I can't imagine. There's the Transformers convention is coming back to Baltimore, which is like an hour and a half from me. So I'm going to try to do both. I'm going to have to check my budgeting. I mean, if we drive down, then that's
what I'm counting on my budget.
Yeah, that helps. I don't mind that drive.
Trying to get it if it gets us to Chicago.
Yeah, I don't mind that drive.
But I got a couple of big things I want to try to sell to people who may pick up at G-Fest, so I will need to drive. And
then maybe I'll bring my Shin Godzilla.
I have two of the black 2-foot Bandai Final Premium Godzillas. I don't need two of them, but I am not shipping one if it sells. So I'm going to sell it to someone who wants to pick it up at G-Fest.
I don't think people are too picky about the boxes anymore either. But you are right. Like shipping them out wise, the box would be super handy.
Well, 2-foot tall Godzilla, the shipping alone.
That one, nuts.
Yeah. Gigantic, yeah.
He's just going to come with me to the show. And
speaking of gigantic, Rich, how are you getting that figure to your house that you sent us a picture of in the group chat?
All right, so that's the 19 Kyoto Yuji Sakai big guy 1989.
Yeah.
So that's currently being built out in Vegas. It's going to have to be shipped freight, more or less.
Holy Christ!
So it will come with the only thing that won't be attached is going to be the tail. So I'll have to do that myself once it gets in the house, which will be fun. I'd probably do a live stream of that. I'd be cursing at it. Probably.
Dude, honestly, if you knew what weekend that was going to arrive at your house, I would probably drive up there. And spend the weekend just hanging out and mess with and unpack that thing with you. That'd be worth the drive.
I'll keep you posted. The plan is oh wait, hold on, Mr. Hartman. I'll take all the boxes, build a fort, and hide in it. Very much so.
Oh shit, James Hartman. What's up, Hartman?
Hey, James.
But I guess the outlook would be is to get that to me before Christmas, give or take.
Wow. Okay, so that's happening.
Yeah, so it's almost finished from what I've seen, which is exciting because I originally bought that kit with, I had asked
I remember.
Steve if he'd be willing to build it. I didn't want to hey, do this for me. I said, if you're okay with it, and he agreed, then I bought it. But that was December of 2014.
Shit.
Yeah, and I didn't send it to him until September of 2016. And, so it's been like 7 years. I haven't seen the damn thing. So my dad asks about it more than anybody, more than I bug Steve. And I promised Steve I would not bother him because it's the hardest model kit to build, and especially the way
I can't imagine
building it, painting it. And, I'll go all over that exact, when I do a review on the damn thing.
And that thing has to be supported from the inside, right? Or else it'll collapse under its own weight, right?
Yeah. So as it's been seen over the years, people have posted them that if it's not supported, it will, it's made out of vinyl. And as we know, vinyl can droop and sag. Yeah. So Steve's actually building like a skeleton on the inside with 2x4s. So it supports itself, which is then filled with foam, which hardens and keeps everything solid, and it won't shrink or droop or anything like that. So, and I've seen, photos and all this stuff, as he's been sending me progress photos. So it's an intense kit to build. So
this kit goes way back. Like this kit goes way back. Yeah, I remember.
And I have an original, kit that was released from the 90s. Again, it was released I think in 2016 or so, reissued. That was for sale, but mine's one of the original ones, which was nice to find, but expensive too.
I remember when that. Yeah, I remember that damn thing was brand new. Like people weren't going nuts for it then.
Yeah, cool. It's been 10 years. I remember when you bought that. It's so crazy. It's almost 10 years since you bought it.
Yeah, literally.
What's the rarest figure you? Well, Mike, you should take that one.
I guess that would be me, wouldn't it?
Mike's got some really, really rare stuff.
Hey, hold on, hon. I'm gonna call over my wife. Can you go in the bedroom and get the Bullmark Mechagodzilla if you feel comfortable touching it? That's where I display most of my stuff.
I know, it's just funny.
Why discuss it when I can just show it? Thank you, hon.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I have anything super rare. I mean, I do have that Godzilla 2000 Orga set from G-Fest 2014.
You got some marmots and stuff that would go for good money, Brian, because when I sold a bunch of my marmots a few months ago, they went for crazy money.
Yeah. Hang on, let me see.
Toy graphs, the diver sets are pretty rare.
Yeah, that diver set.
Which is also your fault that made me hunt them down when I saw that photo you have in your house of the two divers on canvas.
Oh, that David took. Yeah, it's in my it's in my bedroom. I have that picture hanging up in my bedroom. So yeah, I mean, this guy I think is fairly rare, but at this point with these Desus, I mean, who knows?
I remember when you got that, right?
Every week I see it.
Right?
I got a G-Fest and it was because that was just purely right place, right time. And then this was a lottery piece, and the Orga is right here. So, probably these two for me would be my most rare. And James Hartman loves them, don't you, James? So yeah, those would be my two most rare, I think. Mike, let's see. You got yours?
About to.
About to.
She's pretending to toss to me like a football.
You know what I love about the layout of this? It's like when I want to put just one of you individually on the screen, the first option is to completely remove you. Not to
Bye.
Yeah.
So this is mine. Bullmark Mechagodzilla from 1974. Very few of these got made. because by then Bullmark wasn't really. They were phasing out the vinyls. They weren't doing too great. So I don't know how many of these got made. Not too many, but I managed to get one about 15 years ago, and I will not tell you how much this cost. It cost a lot.
Yeah, I've heard that story.
You have heard that story.
Yeah. Oh, hey there, fella.
How about you,
yeah.
Rich?
So
for rarest. Yeah, I would probably go what Brian said, the Orga Godzilla 2000 Marmot set. There was only 10 of them up for lottery at G-Fest. Mine, my Godzilla I got signed by Kitagawa, so that makes it pretty rare. My X Plus Rick 64 light up, which is also signed by Nakajima and Takarada, so that's kind of on the rare side. Not like, like stupid super rare.
But having the signature really is...
Yeah, that makes it stand apart.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say any X Plus, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the stuff that I have signed is, I think, I guess you would classify that as rare. Not necessarily the figure itself, but the signature on it.
But of course, a lot of the stuff you guys are talking about were designed to be rare. Like the Orga and G2K were like, how many of those were even made?
Yeah.
Like
somebody said there was like 20 sets total, because I know whatever she brought to the show, and then definitely certain people got their hands on them.
Linda has her own. Mike Johnson has a set.
Exactly.
So, Brian, I think you were asked by the same guy that messaged me, but on Instagram a couple of years ago. I had somebody offer me $3,500 for the set, and I'm like, no. I told him, like,
I had a guy who wouldn't stop. Yeah.
Like, not for sale.
I had a guy on Instagram who wouldn't stop. He just kept asking me over, please, will you sell it to me for this? I was like, dude, I really don't want to sell it. Like, I mean, and then when I honestly think about it, I'm like, that's like, what am I, stupid? Like, I should sell it for that. That's insane. But I don't know. Then I think about not having it on my shelf, and I'm like, I'd rather have it on my shelf. Honestly.
You know what I mean? And then not sell list.
Yeah.
I mean, these things. This is coming to me. This is coming to me to my grave. This guy.
Yeah. You can pop the head off of it and put your ashes in it and have it on your mantle.
There we go.
On the mantle. Yeah.
There we go.
That's what you got to do. Yeah. I mean, there's certain figures I have that I would. I mean, you reach a point with your stuff where I think you are like, I could sell some stuff, but I do appreciate having it on my shelf, even if I don't come down here and look at it every day. I had that really that day glow orange Desugoji, that Marmot, and I sold that thing for $900, and it paid for me to go to G-Fest the last time I went to G-Fest. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's like, well, I felt bad selling it, but at the end of the day, I got to go to G-Fest for 5 days.
Well, that's how I felt about all the Marmots I just sold. If I could display them, because I have very limited space, it'd be hard to part with them. But I also said, do I want the Final Wars Marmots? Do I need Heisei Marmots? Do I need an Orga Marmot? And I decided, no, I really don't. And all of those Marmots bought a new TV, bought a 4K player, bought all these discs, bought all the Bandais I've been buying, just selling the Marmots.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, it was good. I mean, I would feel bad if I had to sell my Marmots to because I needed open heart surgery. But if I had to, I guess I would, right? You know what I mean? So, Rich gave a kidney for his figures.
Yeah. I actually sold 3 of my Marmot Desugojis back in 2015 or so to pay, Steve for building the Yuji Sakai 89, the big guy. So
yeah.
Three Desugojis that I could do without to pay for that figure, easy. So
yeah. I mean, I don't know. There's not much I would probably part with at this point. So
yeah, I have a handful of Desugojis I could probably easily pay for a G-Fest trip or something like that. But the ones I still have are like the very first ones, and it's very hard to part with like the original Mail Away, the original Superfest version. Like those are the very first releases. It's like, well, those are the kings. I sold a lot of them, but I can't sell those.
I remember when I first started getting into buying marmots, and I really wanted a 95, a Desu Goji, and you had 2 of them. And you wanted 150 each for them, and you were like,
Back
you can
before
take
the
either
prices
one,
got
150.
nuts.
Yeah, you can take either one, 150 each. And I was like, and I remember I passed. And dude,
Now I
it's
could
just so
probably get a
crazy
couple of
now.
grand on them.
Oh my god, you could probably get 1,500 each for them now. Like,
That
it's
was
nuts.
before the prices got stupid.
That's what James was
Yeah.
buying the 3 of them from you. I remember that.
Look, my wife says hi. Hi, wife. What do you got? I'm with you. All right, hang on. Oh, those are fighting words. Gotta get the
Ooh,
Marmot.
Mark. I guess it depends on what you're into, though, really.
Yeah, it depends on what you like. I mean, I see my whole thing is just collect what you like. So, the marmots aren't meant to be, suit accurate, obviously.
Some
in
of
any
them,
way, shape,
some of
or
them
form.
get close.
Some of them are very close, but I mean, the colors, especially on those, a lot of them are never meant to be,
I think that matte vinyl 67 they did is one of the nicest 67 Godzillas I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So Marmot can really, or the 71 holding the orbs, they can do some amazing suit accurate toys, but mostly they didn't. I mean,
I love that.
No, see, I agree with this sentiment. If you dude, if you have to sell your collection because you have a bill or your house needs a roof or something, like, that's just life stuff. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't just sell mine just to like have $1,500 in cash. You know what I mean? Like,
I sold all my monster arts right before the pandemic and shit. Did that help?
Yeah.
Sometimes you look at stuff and say, do I really need it? And I don't need articulated figures, Thanks, Eric.
Yeah. Thanks, Eric. So,
yeah. So it's like I've had a pair down. I have more to go. The biggest hard thing is going to be if I decide to get rid of my Power Babies. Those are hot, and I know I'll make good money off of those, but that's going to be really hard. I know people who want those, but we'll see how that happens.
You have a few I probably could use to round out my collection. I think you have a few marmots that I need to finish out. I need a Monster Heaven King Caesar. I still don't have one of those.
See, it's the Showa stuff is hard for me.
I know. That's one of the. Honestly, that is the only Showa marmot I think I still need is, and they have 2 versions, right? They have the
ears up, ears
angry
down
version and the regular version. Yeah, I don't have either one. So
and
you almost never see them.
Because ideally, I'd like to pare down to Bandai Bullmark and a handful of X Pluses that I love, but I can't be that cruel to all of my marmots, so it's going to be hard. I love Marmot, but we'll see, because I don't have the space. I'd like to keep going with these Bandais, but they're not making it easy.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, this was fun. Thanks everybody for hanging. We had a lot of people watching this.
Nice.
For really kind of, it was just sort of spur of the moment. Like, we said a few things here and there during the week, but nobody really, I didn't really like hype it up or anything. So that's cool.
Well, now they know.
But yeah. So I think next time we'll probably do some, if we do, I would like to definitely do this again before -1. So maybe we'll just do a whole thing dedicated to shooting the shit on -1.
Well, the Monarch show starts next week. Just throwing it out there.
Oh my God, does it?
17th?
Oh my God, it does start the 17th. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that? Next Wednesday?
Thursday, Friday. I'm going to Tennessee for work this week, so I hope I have time to watch it. But I've heard good things.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it. I'm psyched about that too. That looks really good. I love
that. There's a lot of Godzilla in it, from what I understood. So.
Yeah, I don't expect it to have too much Godzilla in it.
I heard the story's good though, and the acting is
that's a good story.
So
I'm cool. Yeah.
Why not?
So I'm good with probably whatever it has. Rich, thanks for being on. Appreciate you. Talk to you shortly. We'll chat a little after, I'm sure. Rich, everybody knows where you can find Rich, Mr. Fresh Vinyl himself, Fresh Vinyl Live. Me, I am at Safubi Sit Down on the YouTubes. Mike is on the Godzilla. We're all 3 of us are admins in the Godzilla Collectors group. So if you're not in there, get in there. Get in there.
But I started that shit. Me and Tim Crane.
Yeah, him and Tim Crane. Let's get Tim Crane on the next one.
Since 2011.
Big Ken. What's up, Big Ken?
Hey, Ken.
But yeah, so thanks for hanging. We will do it again shortly. Keep your eyes on the socials. We'll advertise it. You'll know.
We got to schedule it
And
so it shows up on the YouTube channel. Bam!
yeah, you're gonna have to teach me. You have to teach me your ways, Sensei.
I'll show you the ways of the Force.
You have to show me the ways of the YouTube Force.
Wrong franchise, Rich.
The YouTube Force. All right, I'm gonna attempt to do this properly, and who knows what's gonna happen. I could crash the entire. Look, see, I did. I could break the internet as we speak.
Brian's gonna break the internet. There we go.
All right, guys. Thanks everybody for watching. See ya.
Later.
Bam.
Bye.